let's hop back to this like fog potential, because that's going to really be the center of our Verify tonight.
Yes.
And I got to be honest, I actually hadn't heard of this, but that said, I never lived in a region so mountainous as North Carolina. So you were talking about this fog in August and winter snowfall. What is this claim you're going to tackle?
So it's weather folklore, and if you live in the mountains or even parts of the Northeast or Midwest, you've heard this. If you count the days of fog in August, that equals the number of snow days in the winter.
Okay.
A lot of folks use a jar. Sometimes they use beans or coins, and they keep track. Every day they wake up to fog, they put one in there, and at the end of August, they count them up, and that should equal the number of days of snowfall during the winter.
Okay, so for Verify, when we try to tackle a claim, we always like to have a nice question that we can answer yes or no at the end. So let's go ahead and just say here, North Carolina. Do the number of foggy mornings in North Carolina equal the number of days of snow that's going to happen in the following winter?
Well, to figure this out, we got to look at the data. We can't just take people's word for it or your jar. We actually have to look at data. So I pulled the data from Boone, which is our official reporting station in our mountains. And I looked, and if you look at the month of August, over the last 22 years, the average number of foggy days in August is only 6.2. So that's kind of your baseline, 6.2. What's interesting, though, is September is actually foggier than August. So maybe we should use...
why wouldn't you go by September, is what you're saying?
So we probably should use both months. So the next thing we do is we look at the number of snowy days on average. Well, they don't really match up, Vanessa. It's 29.6 days of snow. And if you want to look at measurable snow, even there they don't match up. Measurable snow is about 17 to 14. So no matter which way you look at the data, there's not a correlation that we can find in the actual data.
Okay. I mean, and you can't really argue with numbers, although you said sometimes folks like to pick the data points that they want to use, I guess.
People like to move the goalpost. The great thing about folklore is like people will have variations. Well, was it foggy in one part of the county? Was it foggy in the other? Was it thick fog, light fog? And what do you count as snow? Is it flurries? Is it accumulation?
Okay.
So if you do that, there will be some years, honestly, where it might be equal. But over the long term, there's no correlation. So we're going to say basically this does not verify.
Sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, but it is a fun one. I think people like it because it takes your mind off the heat and humidity of August and makes you think of cooler weather. So I am all for that.
I know, I love that. Let's look forward to the cooler temperatures. Okay, we appreciate it, Brad. And hey, don't forget, folks, you can always reach out to us with questions or claims or even folklore, as we did tonight. And you can see our contact information there on your screen, verify at WCNC.com.